Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the matchup you've been waiting for. In one corner, we have the thrill from Brazil, Hugo Calderano. And his opponent, the former world ranked #1 and world champion turned Swiftie Fan Zhendong. Side note, if you're mad at the fact that Taylor Swift can make headlines in table tennis, well, I live in America and I watch American football, and I've been dealing with this all year, so y'all can learn how to cope too. And besides, Fan's allowed to like whatever music he prefers, okay? Don't judge. Alright, time to put on some music while I work on this script. Oops. Wrong song. Yeah. Hugo Calderano, world rank #8, 6 feet tall, taller than your average Chinese man, going up against Fan Zhendong, who just recently got demoted to world rank #2 behind the red-hot Wang Chuqin. Game 1. Hugo attacks mid-table with his serves and finds some returns he likes from Fan's forehand pushes. Fan then starts to compensate by sliding over to play them with a backhand flick, and we can start to see a narrative unfold. Can Hugo backhand flick Fan's forehand, or can Fan get the jump on Hugo and play his backhand flick instead? Hugo takes game 1, capitalizing on Fan's uncertainty in the middle as he tries for a big backhand but can't get over it quite enough. Game 2, Fan changes tactics. He doesn't just want the backhand on his receive, he wants it on his serve too, and brings back the reverse pendulum from mid-table classic. Hugo's adaptation, anticipate the placement and respond with his own big backhand, indubitably helped by his long whippy stroke. But look at the confusion that Fan gets Hugo with here from mid-table. Side top, Hugo doesn't read the positioning to flick it with his backhand as he would want to. Instead has to take it forehand. Misjudges the spin, so he tries to just touch it short. But Fan, even though he's taking a step back anticipating a flick, takes a hop forward on his right foot to bring his arm through the ball for a fast, flat shot, winning the point. Sheesh, bro got some serious airtime on that shot. He even manages to pull off a similar shot later, and it's honestly a brilliant display of athleticism and weight transfer. Before all that, Fan still loses almost every point on serve that Hugo finds with his backhand, while missing too many of his own, and ends up losing the game. Ugh, that's vicious. Game 3. The story is similar. The player who finds the big backhand first wins the point. But miss your backhands? Well, then try having your forehand pick up the slack, which both players actually end up doing. But for Fan, he seems to try to switch his strategy to being forehand dependent, seeing as he goes back to serving pendulums from the corner, whereas Hugo seems to only use it to restabilize his backhand. And who wins the game despite being down 4 points using 3 big backhands? Oh, wait, I meant Hugo Calderano. 3-0 Hugo? Sheesh, man is looking to adopt Fan Zhendong at this point. But wait, it's a best of 7, so Hugo isn't out of the woods just yet. And Fan fights back with some slower pushes and more aggressive forehand attacks. And yes, the backhands are still the name of the game. It's just that the setup for them now is becoming even more important. And the first player to find that backhand groove is the one who takes the game. Deny the backhand, make them worry about your forehand. Keyword worry, because you don't necessarily have to win on your forehand. Set up your own backhands for the win, and Fan Zhendong fights back to bring it to 4-2. Game 6. Soft touch push to the forehand. Fan slaps it off the table. High arcing chop block. Fan hits the net. Fan gets the backhand opening we've been talking about all game, but Hugo's ready with the defense this time and steals the point. Is it enough to shake Fan's confidence in his winning shot, or will he be able to shake it off? Hugo loads up a spinny boy to go on service, and suddenly he's up 4-0. Hugo gets a big backhand flick from mid-table, 5-0. One drop, 5-1, another backhand to pick it back up, 6-1. Then an insane behind the back shot, but Fan keeps his cool and finishes the point, 6-2. Some backhand scuffles and misses, 7-5. One defensive Fan's backhand of momentum swings in Hugo's favor as he finds, say it with me, backhand openings on the next 2 points to Fan's wide forehand as he's expecting them to come back to his own backhand. And suddenly, it's game point. Hugo with what looks like a side top on the serve. Fan rises to the provocation and steps in and flicks. Hugo's already stepping out in anticipation to block with the backhand. Fan takes the ball early and comes back high and weak, and Hugo Calderano leverages his height and slaps the ball back down, pressing the advantage and converts it into strong forehand shots. Fan on the ropes, desperately hangs on for 2 blocks, but he can't block them all. Finally cracks, and we are never, ever, ever getting back together as Hugo takes the match 4-2 in a big-time upset over the former world-ranked #1.
Green and yellow, the coin called it all.
And with that, Hugo Calderano advances to the finals as Incheon to take on the one and only Liang Jing-kun. For the record, I don't want to seem like I'm siding with the internet trolls who think they can dictate a celebrity's life, like the people who are, for whatever reason, mad at Fan Zhendong for going to a T-Swizzler concert. Like, come on, let the man live. But it is funny, though, that he's into Taylor Swift, because I could have never guessed.